Pro action. A couple classes I think are really going to stand out today. Pro buggy. We knew coming into this year Pro buggy was going to be just knockdown, drag out. Kind of surprised that Lorenzo Bonacci has been the front runner so far. He's on a 2-race win streak coming into this one. And Pro Spec yesterday, my goodness, what a race that was.
Yeah, that was probably the most exciting Pro Spec race we've ever witnessed in our career so far. But I'm telling you, Bonacci, very, very quick. That Pro Buggy division, we never know who's going to win at any given time. That's why we're up here. We're going to keep things interesting in round 4, and I can't wait to get the day started.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Day 2 of pro racing, always a little bit more carnage, a little bit more chaos. It's always a war of attrition. We'll see who can survive here in round 4 to the finish. But before we get all that started, let's go down to the third member of our team, Haley Shanley. She is trackside for opening ceremonies.
Well, let me start out by saying that Pro 2 and Pro 4 today was fantastic. And while those 2 races are out of the way, the premier truck classes of Amsoil Championship Off-Road, there's still a ton of great racing yet to be had this afternoon. So it's been a great weekend, but what I am most looking forward to this afternoon is kicking back and honoring, celebrating the life and the legacy of our dear friend, the late Kyle LeDuc, of course, with the Pro 2 versus Pro 4 Cup race at the end of the show today. So please stick around because the best of the Pro 2s and Pro 4s, the top 6 from the races earlier this morning have locked in, so we'll keep you updated on what that race is going to look like as we get closer. So please stick around to the end of the show, and again, as we celebrate the life and legacy of our good friend Kyle LeDuc. Well, none of this would be possible without the hard work of everyone here at Antigo Lions Rowing Raceway, and especially by the promoter Zach Zagar, who'd like to share a few words.
Yeah, I just really want to thank everybody for coming out this weekend. You know, we try to put on a great show, and we couldn't do it without all you fans, all your racers. Champ Off-Road, you do such an awesome job putting this event together for us. All our sponsors. I also want to thank JP Remington. He helps out a ton put this race on too, and a lot of times I don't think a lot of people realize JP and all he does. So thank you, JP, and thanks to all our sponsors, and thanks for coming out, everybody. We got a great show coming up, the Pro 2s, Pro 4s, and the Kyle LeDuc Memorial Cup. You guys don't want to miss that. It's going to be the first Cup race ever in Antigo, and we're going to rock the house.
Thank you so much, Zach, and thank you to all you fans for showing up and supporting this. This is fantastic. We can't wait to get started. And now I'm going to hand it over to our good friend, Mark Budke, who's going to give us our invocation this afternoon on behalf of Racers for Christ.
Thank you, Haley. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this beautiful day. The sun ain't shining, but it ain't raining, and it's time to go have some fun out here, Lord. We're just blessed, so blessed to be here at this great facility here in Antigo. And Lord, we just lift up the Lions Club and Zach and all the volunteers and all they do to make this event happen. And also Champ Off-Road, all the people working behind the scenes and all the stuff they do for all the racers, each and every one of us. But we just want to have a safe day today. Watch over all the racers, watch over everybody in the pits, and especially the safety guys that are getting the trucks going back out on the course so they can keep this event going. But watch over them, keep them safe. All the fans, keep them safe. Everyone in the pits, and let us have an awesome, great, safe day of racing. In your awesome name of Jesus Christ, amen. And as always, a great big Wisconsin. God bless America.
Thank you so much. Mark Budke and Racers for Christ. Now, if you're joining us on site here at Antigo Lions Rowing Raceway, will you please stand and remove your headwear and face the colors for the U.S. National Anthem.
Now let's
Jeb, first and foremost, happy birthday. You know, these fans have come to expect you to see you as one of the front runners. So what do you expect to give these fans this afternoon?
Well, yeah, I come out here last year, rookie year, did the most I could just to learn from these fast guys like CJ and Owen and all these other front runners, just learning every little bit of information I can, being behind them. But I hope they put on a good show for them today. I think the pro side-by-side race was pretty interesting with all the mud yesterday, and also some good hard-fought battles with second place and third place in pro stock. But I hope the fans enjoy the racing. I'm glad they could come out and watch. I know the weather is kind of cold, but I hope the rain holds out so we don't have another pro side-by-side mud race next. But like I said, thank you to the fans, and thank you for all the birthday wishes. Big 18, I hope to start out my adulthood racing career on a good note, but thank you all.
Well, that education has been paying off. Will you make some noise for Jeb Boodle?
Thank you very much, Haley. But right now, we're going to take a look at this beautiful layout here in Antigo, Wisconsin at Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway. This is a GoPro lap around this short bull ring, Shane.
it's a bull ring, but speeds on the oval section especially. These trucks especially will get up and go. Hard right-hander down through turn one there. We'll see some big holes develop as the race day goes on. First flying tabletop into really one of the most exciting sections of the course, the GoPro corner.
Yeah, and then you come through here. It's really, really tricky. You got to tiptoe your way through. You set up straight up for this little roller jump, then you go over another single, and then this is our biggest jump on the track. It's a big flyaway, but you don't want to overshoot it because you blow this turn and you lose 3, 4, maybe 5 spots in some of these big races.
Yeah, especially Pro Light, which is the fastest points race we'll see in pro racing today. Those trucks will land on that downside of that triple and immediately lock up the brakes trying to get rotated into the corner. Then it's wide open through this huge sweeper corner. Turns 4 and 5 on the track here in the off-road layout. And that's a lap around Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway. I'm expecting some great action from what we're going to see here in the pro ranks. Pro Buggy just a few moments away. Absolutely stacked field in Pro Light. Pro Stock is a great group of drivers. Pro Side-by-Side, maybe the most talented single class in all of off-road racing. Pro Light always puts on a great show. We're in for a wild one.
Yeah, big crowd on hand as well here in Antigo, Wisconsin.
We're going to get right into it here. Pro Buggy first up on the docket for Pro Racing here at Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway. Round 4, and look who gets to start on the pole for this one, Lorenzo Bonacci.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 2 straight wins. 2 straight wins already for Bonacci out of Riverside, California. He gets to start P1 for this one. Caden Minder, you remember he was the fast qualifier coming into the weekend. He'll start alongside Bonacci on row number 1. Then it's Dave Mason Jr. and Billy Booth in the second row. Third row is Jordan Bernlohr and Ryan Schwalbe. Jaden Lemke and Tony Keepers in row number 4. Row number 5, Mark Ersteiny Steinhardt alongside Chase Guerrer. Cole Bernlohr will start 11th. Logan Christensen starts 12th. John Kendall starts 13th. Donald Reitzel starts 14th. Dave Vandenelzen starts 15th in this 15-car Pro Buggy field, but can they keep up with Bonacci? That's the question.
Yeah, you're going to have to really be on your A game. Like we said in opening ceremonies, you got to put your right foot in front of the other, and you got to do it at a great, unique style. You can't overshoot these turns. You see all the water and the moisture in the track, Shane. Well, that's what we call tiptoe. You got to be careful in the beginning parts. Once this thing dries out, you're going to watch these buggies, these open wheel cars go a lot quicker. And it's anybody's game, but put Bonacci after you win in round 3 on the pole, like you said, that could be scary for a bunch of other guys.
Absolutely scary for everybody else. Bonacci 2 wins on the season. Take a quick look at the points. Bonacci, no surprise, leading the points by 4 over Jordan Bernlohr. Billy Booth, the round 1 winner, 3rd in points. The defending champ, Mark Steinhardt, only been on the podium once this year. He's 4th in points, 24 back of Bonacci. Well, our pace truck is going to pull off here. Yeah, Bonacci takes control of the field, and the green flag about to fly here for Pro Buggy.
Well, here we go. Bonacci took off right where he left off in round 3. He finds himself out front early, going to try to beat everyone to turn 1.
Look at Billy Booth go way wide, looking for some dry dirt on the top side. And Minder slid right across the racetrack, almost nosed into one of those tractor tires.
Yeah, that's what we just talked about. I said you got to be careful in the beginning parts of this race. You don't want to overshoot these turns because you put yourself out of contention to win this big race.
2 different line choices through the GoPro corner, and more trouble for Minder as he goes around.
Yeah, we got a parking lot down there as well, Shane.
Yeah, collected Tony Keepers, Chase Guerrer. Looks like Steinhardt collected in that as well, so he's going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to get back toward the front. And up front, it is Lorenzo Bonacci, Dave Mason Jr., 2 drivers from Southern California showing the way around on this wet track in Wisconsin.
Yeah, you remember back in Lena, Dave Mason Jr. had a big win there, so he's looking to probably capitalize here, a little contact on exit.
Yeah, Mason finished first in that race, but after tech, he was disqualified. So Dave Mason Jr. still looking for his first win here in Pro Buggy. Trying to prove that he has what it takes, but we saw in round 3 when Bonacci got out front, left to his own devices, he is really tough to track down, even harder to pass.
Yeah, look at Dave Mason. I love how he's scattering his brain. He's looking for different lines here early. See, he found that bottom line. It doesn't look fast on exit, but it's at the end of the straightaway that what counts.
No problem flying over that triple jump for all of our fast Pro Buggies. Bonacci, Mason, Bernlohr, Billy Booth, top 4 onto the backstretch. Jaden Lemke, saw a glimpse of him running in the top 5.
Yeah, good run for Lemke in that number 10 ride. Look at our top 3 right in front of us. There's Billy Booth now. He's like, I'm right here.
Yeah, you can see how delicate they have to be trying to run the cushion there. There are some little holes and pits that have developed on the racetrack. These cars want to dance around a little bit. That interval between Bonacci and Dave Mason Jr. staying pretty consistent over that previous lap. Still a lot of time in this one.
Bonacci locking up those rear tires. So cool. They have handbrakes in these cars, Shane. You know that. They really help themselves rotate around these 180 turns.
Yeah, it keeps the drivers busy in there, though.
Yeah, plus you got to throw in tear-offs on top of that.
Yeah, 5-speed gearbox in these cars. Oh, and a little bobble there by Bonacci. And Mason had to get on the brakes there not to run into the back bumper of the 33.
Bernlohr still running in the top 3. Working his way around this fast sweeper here at Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway.
And that interval still just about exactly the same as it has been the last 2 laps between Lorenzo Bonacci and Dave Mason Jr.
Here comes Bernlohr now, trying to get to the back bumper of Dave Mason Jr. Flying over that tabletop down into a little S-turn here in that GoPro corner.
I still see Bonacci as the only one who's trying to run the outside line. Well, there goes Bernlohr giving it a shot. You can dodge that little finger jump on the inside of GoPro corner and keep the traction down.
Man, they're not scared to bonsai off these tabletops. They just flat-foot it going into that right-hander. Oh, man, upside down. Lemke.
Yeah, Jaden Lemke, he was up there in the top 5, and now he is parked on his lid. So tough break for the number 10. Lemke out of Sobieski, Wisconsin, one of the local guys here this weekend.
Bonacci keeps getting a little squirrely coming off the final turn, and I think Dave Mason Jr. figuring that out because he just keeps watching him time and time again. If he hangs it out a little too far, he can get that good drive underneath. Bonacci still holding on to that spot. The car looks really good early.
Right, Mason's looking for an opportunity to get past Bonacci, but he's got to be really careful because Bernlohr is hot on his heels as well. Now Bonacci trying the inside line in GoPro corner.
Hey, maybe his spotter was saying, hey, that's where they're trying it behind you. Start switching up your lines, or maybe he's just that talented as a race car driver to keep searching.
Well, with the amount of water they put down, I think more than anything, these guys are just looking for the dry line. Might have been the outside in that corner early on, but Bonacci switching up the strategy a little bit there to see maybe a 10-car length lead now over Dave Mason Jr. Bernlohr coming on strong as we're about to the halfway point.
Yeah, I was just going to say we better be coming close to that halfway, and there it is, Dave Mason Jr., and I see a little something on Mason Jr. on the right rear is going down, definitely,
yeah,
Shane.
No doubt about it.
We'll get a good look at it here.
Flat right rear tire for Dave Mason Jr. He's got to get in the hot pit and try to get that thing changed as fast as possible.
Oh, tough break for the 65. You can see it right in front of us. That tire has gone down.
Yeah, that's the worst time to get a flat, too. You want to have that happen earlier in the first half so you can come in on the lap before the caution.
Now tell everybody back at home, are you allowed to pass everyone else to get to pit lane before, or do you have to wait till you get to pit lane? I'm unsure about that.
Well, at least at this point, he's just staying in line, so maybe he's just going to try his luck here.
Well, I hope he still has communication with his spotter because maybe he's got to feel it. You can't say he doesn't know. You can feel that tire that's gone down. It's definitely pulling him around the track. So those Yokohama tires, they're going to have to go put another one on.
There he goes. He finally found out that he can pass the field. So Dave Mason Jr. into the pit to change a tire, and we'll go down trackside now to Haley Shanley.
After the last round, the Jordan Bernlohr, the third place runner right now, he told me very confidently, he says, we're going to go back and do our homework, but we think we know what we need to do, and we're going to be bringing it tomorrow. And it felt like a very definitive statement. So I'm really curious to see what tricks Jordan Bernlohr is going to have up his sleeve, because again, this year he's really elevated it. He stepped it up a notch, and of course his expectations for this year have continued to elevate, and coming into 2024, he said, this is a championship year. This is what we're going for. So spoke to me very confidently yesterday after last round and says they know what they need to do today.
Well, you know, Haley, I talked to Jordan Bernlohr back before round one, and he said the same thing to me, so definitely confidence at an all-time high for Bernlohr. As we're going to take a close look at the work going on Dave Mason Jr.'s number 65 Yokohama car.
You see they dropped the extension there. I mean, it's not a NASCAR pit stop. You're not going to do it in 10, 11 seconds. It takes more like a minute and a half, and they're really struggling right now to get Dave Mason Jr. back out on track.
Looks like he will make it back out, so Dave Mason Jr. able to stay on the lead lap in this one. So he'll come out and join the tail end of the field. He'll have his work cut out for him, though, as they are taking off on the front straightaway.
Well,
Bonacci, Bernlohr, Booth, Cole Bernlohr, and Logan Christensen now with a top 5 position.
Wow, what a crazy start. Jordan Bernlohr really shot out of a cannon. We'll see if he can reel in Bonacci.
Cole Bernlohr trying to stay on the back bumper of Billy Booth. That's a rookie running in that 5th spot in that 88 car, Logan Christensen. Came out of our side-by-side classes.
Wow, look at the air time off that tabletop. You got to remember our cameras are up in the air a little bit, so they are going at least a story and a half up in the air.
And Bernlohr a little bit off kilter in the air too. You got to be careful. These cars are plenty wide and low to the ground, but still want to land all four wheels at the same time.
There is Bonacci one more time, gonna take that green flag once again. Billy Booth still running a strong third. Here comes Bonacci now back into turn one, finessing that throttle, going over that little finger jump. Now back into this little chicane, going in the GoPro corner.
Yeah, Bernlohr is starting to turn up the heat now. Trying to dive down to the bottom there on Bonacci. That is a tough place to be caught if you're Jordan Bernlohr. You know that if you make one mistake trying to get around Bonacci, that Booth is going to fly on by you. How about Cole Bernlohr in the 34, that green car a little further back, hanging with this lead pack. Can't count him out either by any means. Oh, and Bonacci hooked one of those holes. That'll cost him a little bit of speed, a little momentum as they go down the front straightaway. Oh, and Bonacci got crossed up again over that second jump.
Yeah, that's going to open the door. Jordan Bernlohr is going to try to go underneath, but Bonacci closes that door right back.
We've seen that a few times now from the 33 of Lorenzo Bonacci, just getting a little bit askew, landing on some of these jumps. Now Billy Booth trying to put a run together to get past Jordan Bernlohr, up and over the big triple jump. Cole Bernlohr still just hanging out there in fourth. He's gonna let these guys in front of him battle it out. Like Booth made a little mistake there. He's gonna fall back some. Finally able to get back on the throttle.
Yeah, Billy Booth squaring it away, coming back to take the green flag one more time. Our leader is still duking it out up front. Jordan Bernlohr in that 27, gonna try to work his way into this lead. He's going inside, he's going outside. Look at Bonacci up on two wheels.
You can tell that Bernlohr being there is making Bonacci push really hard right now, probably harder than he even wants to push. I think that's why we're seeing some of those really tiny mistakes. There you see Bonacci getting really sideways. That scrubs a lot of speed. It actually made Bernlohr have to check up. Man, it is just so fun to watch these cars fly over that triple jump. They go onto the back straightaway once again. Bonacci's starting to pull away a little bit from Bernlohr. Bernlohr falling into the clutches of Billy Booth. It's getting tight in this battle for second and third.
Yeah, it's starting to heat up. There's Bernlohr once again, going off the front doubles. About a minute and a half to go in this pro buggy race. Look at them just backing it into this infield section. These cars work so nice. You talk to all these drivers and they're like, hey, they land like you're on a cushion on a couch. Like, it's not a hard landing, so they can really drive these to the edge.
Basically unlimited suspension travel in pro buggy. Open design concept for the suspension. They're about 94 inches wide. Obviously very low to the ground, so the center of gravity way down low to the ground. Kind of throw those cars anywhere you want.
Yeah, they're very forgiving. Look at Bonacci now coming out of that final turn. Green flag still out. But time is definitely going down. Bonacci having a hard time turning that car late in this race. 2 laps ago, this time by.
Yeah, Bonacci's been struggling with traction a little bit, I think. Maybe just slightly missed the mark on the tire groove. Bernlohr that time actually overcooked it a little bit. He'll have to fall back once again. It's going to come down to who makes the fewest mistakes, I think, as we're at about a lap and a half to go in this one.
Yeah, and it looks like Billy Booth now trying to put the pressure back on Jordan Bernlohr. The Mud Muncher ride of the 51, looking to prove that his car is starting to work late in this race. He did that at Lena. He waited till late in the race to make his passes, and he found himself in the lead.
Wow, he almost had an opening there on Bernlohr. Booth must have thought better of it. He'll fall back in line as the white flag is going to fly for Lorenzo Bonacci out of Riverside, California. 1 lap to go here in Pro Buggy round number 4.
Yeah, making the long tow all the way here in the Midwest. We can't thank him enough to come play with the best in the business, and he's proven to be one of the best in Pro Buggy.
Yeah, it's one thing to show up and race against some of these guys, these veterans of buggy racing here in the Midwest, but to be on the doorstep of winning a 3rd race in a row, that's really showing something out of the 33.
Yeah, he's definitely stomping on the boys this weekend. He has his setup right. The tire groove is on point. He's gonna come out this infield section one final time. Gonna go over a couple roller jumps.
Saw a little bit of a fishtail there from Bernlohr. That'll just about seal the deal. Lorenzo Bonacci is gonna stare at the checkered flag, and that's 3 in a row now for Bonacci. Bernlohr across the line 2nd, Billy Booth, a hard-fought 3rd place finish. And Cole Bernlohr finishes on the outside looking in.
Wow, that top 3 just checked out on the field that second half. But man, Lorenzo Bonacci doubling down this weekend. Like Shane said, 3 in a row. Man, that confidence is just going through the roof with that team. And he's ready to rock and roll going into Crandon. I mean, you see how fast that car is on these short tracks. I can't imagine when he lets that thing go at Crandon and Bark River.
Well, we'll take a short break here from the Antigo Off-Road National. More pro racing just around the corner. Stay with us. We are Amsoil Championship Off-Road.
Don't let waiting in line for service sideline your machine. Eliminate the wait and save money by doing it yourself. Amsoil makes it easy with oil change kits that include exactly what you need in one convenient package. Choosing the right kit is also easy. Just plug your ride into our guide at amsoil.com and have your kit shipped right to your door. Upgrade to specially engineered products with Amsoil and spend more time riding. Order now at amsoil.com.
Are you ready? Because I am.
This is all of the hard work and all of those late nights culminating to this moment, and that feeling is just, man, it is unreal.
Welcome back once again to the Antigo Off-Road National Round 4 of Amsoil Championship Off-Road Pro Buggy now in the books. That was a hard-fought 3-way battle right down to the wire. Let's meet the top 3 from that one. In 3rd today from Stacy, Minnesota, Billy Booth. Finishing 2nd here in round 4 from Lakeville, Minnesota, Jordan Bernlohr. And your winner, 3 in a row now from Riverside, California, Lorenzo Bonacci. Haley, what a treat that one was to watch. Watching those 3 very technically proficient drivers battle it out was so entertaining.
Yes, nonstop action from green to checkered, was it not? Billy Booth, man, you were challenging there for this podium position and trying to work your way forward. So the eye test says you were driving like you had a fire under you. How do you feel about your performance?
Yeah, I felt like I was flying, and that's just how it is right now, man. Leaning, we're going as fast as we could, and track was perfect. I loved it, and these guys are a ton of fun to battle with. Man, there was a couple spots where I thought maybe out of 3 I could get them. Somebody moved the tractor tire overnight. I couldn't figure out the first 3 laps of the race of getting the run off of there. Once I got nailed in, I could kind of get it, but man, with as rough as it was in the oval, you just couldn't make it work. So, man, I had the time of my life. It's always frustrating when you're up here and you think you could get it, but hey, we'll just go back to the drawing board and see what we can do. So, big thanks to All Turn Machine Tool, Mun for us off, my parents, Cy, Adam, Ian, Jeremy, everybody came out to help. Big crowd here. I love coming to Antigo, and just so close, and I just want to get it done. So we'll be at Cran and we'll get it.
I know you will very soon. Billy Booth, P3. Jordan Bornlore, I want to know about some of the strategies you were deploying, as it looks like you had some opportunities out there. You were challenging for the race lead, so talk me through those opportunities.
Yeah, no, I thought I almost had it going into 1 on the inside, but I might have T-boned him, and I didn't want to do that. So then it was back to trying to do different lines, and just came up short. He was going fast, so.
A job well done. Another podium to finish out the weekend. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Jordan Bernlore, P2. Lorenzo Bonacci, 3-peat, that's 3 in a row now. With the success you're finding so early on with Championship Off-Road, what is this doing to your expectations?
Yeah, it's really bumping them up, I guess. It's cool having fans and everybody's like, I hope you win, I hope you win. It's cool. I've never raced any of these tracks, so it's hard to have the expectations, for myself, because now I have to hold them up for myself. And, everything's unexpected. Like today's race was full defensive race. I had no traction really whatsoever, so I was trying to find grip, and my dad's like, they're on your butt, they're on your inside, everything. It was just crazy, nonstop talking from my dad. And, if I would have made one single mistake, I would have been out of it. They would have had me for sure. So, I really got to thank it for the clean racing from both of these guys and from the whole field. It's really making it so much fun to be out here and race. And I really got to thank my sponsors. Can you turn your shirt around? Thank you. It's easy for me because I forget, so I have them put them on the back of the shirt so I can read it. But I really want to thank Bomber Eyewear, Toyo Tires, Hella Lighting, Flex Power Tools, Walker Performance Filters, Jamar Brakes, Sparco, Buggy Whip, OMF, Maxima, King, Wix, Corona Motorsports, Fiberworks, Fab School, Racer Engineering, and Ricky from Cartech. He helps me a lot with my tires and helping me, get to where I am. So I really got to give a big shout out to him.
Congratulations again. Lorenzo Bonacci, Antigo, your 3-time winner this season.
Yeah, congratulations, Lorenzo. He is on a heater in the Pro Buggy field. We'll step out for just a couple moments. Tell you what, Pro Spec was absolutely wild yesterday in round 3, and that is what is next here for round 4. One of those races where anything can happen, and it usually does. Don't go anywhere. We're Amsoil Championship Off-Road.
Champ Off-Road. Show your love and get your Amsoil Championship Off-Road merchandise today by visiting the official merch trailer or shopping online at shop.isocracing.com, where you'll find tour tees, hoodies, outerwear, hats, ladies and kids wear. And make sure you stop by the Amsoil Championship Off-Road official merchandise trailer.
Tread victoriously with Maxxis.
If you're looking for the inside scoop as well as exclusive offers and content, you're going to take out your phone, you're going to text CHAMP to 267645, and then go say hi to your local Amsoil dealer located on site at all of our national events. Show them the reply text, and you're going to get a Bryce Menzies t-shirt. Again, text CHAMP 267645. Amsoil, the first in synthetics and proud supporter of Amsoil Championship Off-Road.
In Pro Spec gets to start in row number 2. Ron Cosiza, Diesel Shannock in row number 3, and Christopher Parrish gets to start at the tail end of the field. We're off and running here in Pro Spec. Dead even as they go into turn 1. Parsons on the inside, Visser on the outside, and already they're making contact.
Yeah, they made a lot of contact down going into turn number 1. Now they're heading back into that section we were just talking about, this little chicane. You got to tiptoe your way through. You don't want to go around early.
Vandenelsen able to sneak by Visser as well. Look at Visser put it up on the bicycle. Parsons got crossed up. He got a door from Vandenelsen, and Chris Vandenelsen takes over the lead.
I had a chance to talk to Chris Vandenelsen last night, and I told him, hey, sometimes you got to put your elbows up. You got to protect yourself. You're not out there for anyone else. You can be friends off the track, but you don't need to be friends on the track.
Whoa.
Look at this!
Parsons gave it right back. That is heavy contact, and Parsons just blew a left rear tire. Now Visser back into the race lead.
Man, all that contact
Oh
hurt
boy.
Parsons. Here comes Vandenelsen now back to the inside.
It is getting spicy on lap 1 here in Pro Spec. Parsons is going to have to get in and change that left rear tire.
Well, I mean, you said it earlier, and now's the time to do it, but it's so early, it's going to be hard to get out before that leader comes back around. Visser.
Yeah, how does he want to play this? You have to get that changed before the caution. You can see it's already a handful to drive, and the tire broke free from the bead. So
I mean, there was at least 3-4 times they made contact, so anytime they got a bead lock on that wheel, it's supposed to protect it, but just from the side load, not from contact.
Well, Christopher Parrish now slides into the third spot. He's up to the back bumper of Vandenelsen. It looks like maybe Diesel Shattuck having some issues.
Yeah, left rear tire plus a lot of smoke. You hope everything under the hood is fine. What do you see, Shane?
I'm just looking at the damage on top of that truck. I'm thinking he might have gone for a little bit of a tumble. Is Diesel able to get it refired? He's going to go directly to the hot pit lane to get that tire changed. But up front, this is his hometown track. Nick Visser from a few miles away in Summit Lake, Wisconsin. Partnered up with a lot of local businesses throughout the race season from right here in the Antigo area.
Yeah, he's always fast here at Antigo, even back at Super Stock Truck.
Whoa, Vandenelsen just about went over.
Nice save. You got to give these guys credit. It's not easy to set that truck back down without going over.
These trucks are only 72 inches wide. We talked about the Pro Buggies being 92 inches wide, 72 inches wide. These trucks like to tip over. They don't like to stay dirty side down.
Hey, I know that, Shane. They're hard to keep on the ground as Vandenelsen trying to stay square to the next jump. Man,
he got
he's
a little,
really squirrely.
Little crossed up there. Yeah, I think Vandenelsen just has to settle down a little bit. He had a very eventful first couple of laps. He needs to put his head down and get back to work trying to keep up with Christopher Parrish.
Boy, Parrish, he put on a clinic yesterday, but we talked about how he got disqualified. So whatever went on back in tech, he got it figured out. He really was showing the way around coming from F4.
Yeah, races in FIA Formula 4, also some ATV motocross experience in his background. Vandenelsen again put it up on the bike a little bit in turn 1.
Well, now back up front with Nick Visser. Those Yokohama tires doing what they need to do to dig deep. Hear the sound of those trucks. It's just a different sound than a real Pro Light.
V6 power under the hood of all these trucks in Pro Spec. Still no problems whatsoever clearing that triple jump. You can tell there's a lot of grip in this track. That's why Vandenelsen keeps going up on the bike like he has been. It is a bad, fast racetrack here for round 4. Everybody a little bit spread out now. Porter and Glazy in his debut weekend running in 4th right now, but well back of the leaders.
Boy, Visser, he's just looking very, very fast. Christopher Parrish, he's 56.6. Our leader, Nick Visser, 56.9. So they're not far apart. So this restart's going to be huge for Parrish.
Yeah, at this point for Visser, I think you just got to preserve the truck. No need to push the pace too much, although Christopher Parrish, like you said, just a couple ticks faster on that previous lap. There you see the interval from 2nd to 3rd as they go over the triple jump. Look at Vandenelsen.
Setting the back end down first, Chris Vandenelsen. Oh, puts it up on the bicycle again. He really does need to settle down. You're good friends with him, so am I, Shay. We need to really sit him back and tell him, if you cool down, you got the speed.
Well, he's got
right there.
He's got Robert Nash on the headset. I'm sure Robert is telling him right now, hey man, deep breaths, just calm down. Still on this side of the restart for the competition yellow. He'll have another shot at taking this thing.
Green flag still out that time by for our race leaders, and Vandenelsen, just a lot of side bite on that truck.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit. You got to keep those rear wheels spinning so you can break the back end loose. There you see Parrish. He has been slowly reeling in. Nick Visser. I talked about the tire wars. You got Yokohama's out front, Toyo's in 2nd, Nexen tires in that final podium spot on Vandenelsen's truck.
Oh, Visser gets a little squirrely on exit. Here comes Parrish down to the inside. Look at Parrish now. He's getting that drive. The green flag still out this time by. Remember, we have the halfway point not far away.
We have reached halfway, so Visser barely able to hold on.
Boy, Faye hit that flag pretty good on our camera.
Yeah, he was just, there was one more truck that had to get by taking the green. There's the red and yellows. So halfway has been reached. Visser, Parrish, Vandenelsen, your top 3. Parsons not able to stay on the lead lap.
Well, you can see the difference on that last lap. Nick Visser over-rotated a little bit. That was a matter of a whole second on that lap time for Parrish. So Christopher Parrish, he's right there. He's ready to rock and roll in this second half. His truck looks clean, all the tires are up, and Chris Vandenelsen, don't count him out of this either.
Yeah, this is the time, like we were saying, for Chris Vandenelsen. He just has to relax a little bit, refocus himself. But Parrish, how fast has he been? Well, now we'll go trackside. Haley, what more can you tell us about Pro Spec?
Well, regardless of the end result after the tech inspection, the last round with Christopher Parrish being disqualified after the win, what we know from him, regardless of that, is that he's a wheel man. He's going crazy fast out there, but what I'm really excited in the second half of the race is to see how he's going to conduct himself in this battle that I expect to be between the top three. We've seen time and time again for years now, and many battles between Nick Visser and Chris Vandenelsen. Sometimes things are dicey. 100% of the time, it is a great race. So we know their personalities. We know those two's driving styles, but I'm really just excited to sit back and learn more about this guy's on-track personality and how he's going to navigate this with these two sandwiched outside of him. So this is going to be fun to watch.
You make an absolutely fantastic point there, Haley. We know Visser, usually the most aggressive of the bunch here in Pro Spec. Vandenelsen not afraid to throw elbows a little bit. How is Parrish going to respond if that's what it comes to? That's the big question here in the second half.
Yeah, you got to be ready to rock and roll, and if you're Parrish, you really need to pounce on Nick Visser early. You can't wait for it, because if you let Nick Visser get that clean air, he might run away and hide, and here we go again.
Pro Spec Part 2 now underway, and Visser got a really great jump on that restart. It is Visser, Parrish, Vandenelsen, your top three. Parsons in the mix there, but he is a lap down on the racetrack after having to change that tire. He's going to try to get that lap back, maybe hope for another caution, but a lot of work to be done for Parsons.
Yeah, a lot of work. Look at Parrish, gave him a little kiss on the back bumper and tells him, hey, I'm right there, you better get going. Parrish trying to get that drive out of the infield.
Well, we wondered if Parrish could play hardball. Looks like he is more than willing to do so.
Yeah, Parrish is really putting the laps together. Watch as Visser over-rotates once again like he did the last time by that section. Parrish is really running that cushion. He's following the racetrack, what you need to do.
Parrish setting up about 2 lanes wider than Nick Visser through 4 and 5.
Just watch this run, though. They get on the end of the straightaway, Shane.
Yeah, Parrish is going to be quite a bit faster than Visser at the tail end of the front straight.
Wow, you can see the sparks coming out of the brake pads on these trucks, and Vandenelsen goes up on the bicycle again.
That'll leave just 2 trucks for now in this battle for the lead. We saw Parrish trying to stick a nose in on Visser the last time through Cooper Tire's corner. Tell you what, for all his issues with side bite, Vandenelsen not falling back whatsoever of our leaders. And Parsons having some more issues as he spun out there. Able to get back underway.
Well, look at Parrish. Watch his drive. He gets out of this bottom. But Visser, he's starting to go up to the top of the track, so he does get a good bite. It was just a little bit later than Parrish. Watch Parrish go on this outside. He's going to creep back to the bottom.
He is trying the high side. Vandenelsen following Parrish on the high side. Look at Parrish now go down to the bottom, and it's a drag race down the front straightaway.
Yeah, Parrish did exactly what I said he was going to do. That's where you want to go. That's a fast line around here in Antigo.
Visser is going to fight back on the inside. Now Visser might have the advantage.
Oh,
they make contact. Here comes Vandenelsen, able to sneak by. Parrish had to dodge that tabletop. He'll fall back to third.
Yeah, Vandenelsen, he's in the mix now. We'll see if Chris Vandenelsen settled down just a little bit.
Still a long way to go in this one. Over 2 minutes left before we see the white flag for Pro Spec.
Yeah, I don't think you're done seeing Parrish in this top 2. He's still got a lot up his sleeve. He just made one little bobble that last time by.
Well, we've seen a couple of mistakes now from all of our top 3 drivers.
Look at that. Oh, Visser goes up on the bicycle. He went out of our screen.
That's going to cost him a lot of momentum down the front straight. Look at Parrish come storming to the inside of Vandenelsen.
I told you guys, Parrish isn't done yet. He's trying to make that pass on Vandenelsen.
Everyone just pushing the pace so hard. Parrish squeezes between Visser and Vandenelsen. Now they're locked in a drag race headed for turn 2.
Yeah, there's not enough room to go through this little chicane right here. We're gonna have to see who gives.
Wow, and then Vandenelsen puts a fender into Visser. Pro Specs putting on one heck of a show here in round 4.
Wow, Vandenelsen now really putting the heat on.
For the moment, Vandenelsen back into second. He's gonna try to make a run at the lead again here on Visser, and Visser missed that jump.
Yeah, Visser missed the jump, but Vandenelsen, he's gonna take that spot over. Chris Vandenelsen, 66, goes to the lead.
Whoa, and Visser up on the bike, able to set it back down.
He was Joey Chipwood style.
Visser was up on the bike and still slid in front of Vandenelsen. A three-way battle for the lead down the front straightaway.
Wow, what a pro light spec race. You see the sparks coming out of Parrish's truck.
Vandenelsen now trying the bottom. He's door-to-door with Parrish right on the back bumper of Nick Visser.
Now you got to remember Parrish and Vandenelsen. Oh, he's all locked up.
Well, we told you it would be spicy. We're inside of a minute left on the race clock, and now Vandenelsen bullies his way back into the lead.
Boy, Chris Vandenelsen, he must be listening to us up in the booth. He knows he needed to settle down. He's doing a fine job, finds himself out front. You said Bob Nash is on the headset. He probably said, hey, dude, if you want to win this thing, you better put your head down.
Well, now Vandenelsen trying to run away and hide. There's the battle for second. Visser, Christopher Parrish as they go into turn 4. Look at Visser just putting it up on the bike a little bit again. That's going to let Parrish try to get a run on the bottom. White flag is out for Pro Spec.
One more time around for Chris Vandenelsen. Here comes Parrish to the inside of Visser again.
Visser trying the crossover move. We'll see if Parrish can try to run down Chris Vandenelsen now.
Wow, Chris Vandenelsen better get on the loud pedal right now because Parrish is on the move.
Coming up on half a lap to go. All three of these guys have led laps in this race. Just an unbelievable battle that we've seen.
This is going to be really tricky right here. Remember, this is where Parrish is really strong. He knows how to creep to the outside and climb back to the bottom. They're side by side again, Antigo.
Parrish now to the inside into turn 4. Who can hold the speed? Who can hold the line?
It's going to come down to the wire, Shane. They're going to be side by side. Vandenelsen goes too wide. Parrish is going to win.
Takes the win. Vandenelsen second, and Visser will have to settle for third. And I am out of breath. My goodness.
Wow.
What a battle. That was an all-timer there between those three. Parrish, Vandenelsen, Visser, your top 3 at the line.
Boy, this pro light spec class is unbelievable, Shane. Like, that is crazy. I told you, Parrish still had another shot at that thing with 3 laps to go. I could tell how he was working the track. He was going outside, he was going inside. You have to search the whole time, and you know that, Shane.
Just tremendous job. All 3 of those guys, physical at times. You saw the more tactical driving, setting a guy up and getting the run and making the move. Just a little bit of everything from those 3. Crown them all, give them all the first place trophy as far as I'm concerned. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, they put on one heck of a show here for Antigo.
Well, with that, I think we need a short break up here in the booth. We'll step out for just a few moments. Top 3 from Pro Spec taking their places on the podium right after this. Stay with us here at Antigo. We're Amsoil Championship Off-Road.
Whatever you drive, however you drive. Amsoil specially engineers lubricants to maximize power, performance, and protection in your vehicles, so you can work hard and play hard with confidence. Order online at amsoil.com.
Don't let waiting in line for service sideline your machine. Eliminate the wait and save money by doing it yourself. Amsoil makes it easy with oil change kits that include exactly what you need in one convenient package. Choosing the right kit is also easy. Just plug your ride into our guide at amsoil.com and have your kit shipped right to your door. Upgrade to specially engineered products with Amsoil and spend more time riding. Order now at amsoil.com.
Welcome back to Antigo after an absolutely breathtaking pro spec race here in round number 4. What a show that was. What a treat for all the passionate fans here at Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway. I was watching the assembly of people down there as the drivers were getting out of the trucks. There was media members, there was track safety workers, family and friends, all kinds of high fives and hugs going on. Just an unbelievable race. Let's meet the top 3 survivors from that one. Finishing third today from Summit Lake, Wisconsin, Nick Visser. In second place from Seymour, Wisconsin, Chris Vanden Elzen. And your winner from Terrell, Texas, with that last lap pass, it's Christopher Parrish. Haley, I know Brent and I could barely keep up here in the booth. That was absolutely insane.
That insanity is the best word to describe that. Man, Nick Visser, I don't know if I've ever seen someone spend so much time on 2 wheels just carrying it through those corners. Can you just try to put into words the intensity that this one was?
Oh, that one was tough. To get out front and lose it, it sucks. Usually that doesn't happen, but like I said, this thing wanted to be on 2 wheels today and not 4, and I was fighting it, changing the brake front and rear. There was a couple times where I was almost blown in the corner and snubbed it out coming into here one time, and it took a little bit to get somebody punted me in the back and jump started me again. So these guys ran an awesome race. It was a ton of fun. So happy to go off with my truck in one piece. You guys don't know how much that means to little guys like us. So I just want to thank all the fans for standing up here and coming out and watching us, and just all my family. My wife's at home, she's not feeling good today. My parents, all my kids, my crew. You guys pour everything into this. I can't thank you guys enough. My sponsors, Yokohama Tire. Obviously, I'd be a little much side bite today, but we'll figure that part out. And Builder Service, Parsons, Made a Custom Apparel, Local 139, J&J Insulators, Kristen Ambos, Ultra Wheel, my brother Zach at Fast Pack Productions. You guys need any video from him? Hit him up. Just everybody else. I just can't thank you guys enough. All my family's here, and I'm thankful to be up here.
Well, thanks for a great race, because that was the best pro spec race I have ever seen, and he made that possible. Nick Visser, Chris Vanden Elzen. Chris, I don't have the numbers in front of me on how many lead changes we had seen out there, and you just continued to up the intensity for the entire race. So just your thoughts right afterwards.
Yeah, that was more fun than I had yesterday even. So the amount of lead changes and just the good battles that we had was an absolute blast, and we were pushing each other like crazy. Hopefully we put on a good show for the fans. I was up on way too many times to count. So I'm very happy with how things went. I got to thank my spotter, Bob Nash, for keeping me calm and making sure that everything is hit properly and I'm not getting too crazy with all the traffic and stuff. My beautiful wife and spotter, or not spotter this year, but my beautiful wife and my family, everybody who supports me, all my sponsors, Nexen Tire, EOS Injury Law, Allies of Autism, they're here right now, G-Force Transmissions, Blood Lubricants, Joe's Hand Cleaner, Go Lithium, what else do we got here? We got Racer on Demand and Freedom Race Lifts, and anybody else that's been helping us out. Very appreciative of all of this. And again, I think I'll echo what Nick just said here is we're happy to have the truck in one piece at the end of the weekend.
Thanks for a great weekend. That was so much fun to watch. Chris Vanden Elzen, P2. And Christopher Parrish, regardless of the series of events that happened over the past 24 hours, this one has to feel so validating and to prove once again that you were the guy in Pro Spec. What's this mean to you?
It means a lot. First and foremost, I want to thank Team Chevy, Bill Steen, Pennzoil, Toyo Tires, Steal It, everybody who's made this possible, this opportunity. I just want to say thank you. It means a lot to be here and running at this competitive, at this competitive level of drivers and everything. So, yeah, regardless of what happened yesterday, it does feel pretty good to back it up. Yeah, it was just an unfortunate mistake with the team, so nothing we can do but move on and keep pushing forward,
We are excited to be able to witness it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Christopher Parrish, winner in round 4 after an incredible race. Race of the weekend so far, I believe. Guys, what do you think?
We're having some fun now, man.
Yeah, the reason it's so important to have a reliable set of brakes is a lot of these corners we're coming into at 90 miles an hour. It's all about confidence. If you know you're going to stop, you're going to go into that corner a lot faster. If you don't know you're going to stop, you're probably going to slow down earlier. So that's the biggest reason. It's all about confidence in off-road racing. So Hayes Brakes, we've been working with them guys for 3-4 years now. Me and Owen really got to know them guys good. We really trust them, like working with them, and their product is second to none. So it's confidence inspiring.
Whatever you drive, however you drive. Amsoil specially engineers lubricants to maximize power, performance, and protection in your vehicles, so you can work hard and play hard with confidence. Order online at amsoil.com.
This is all of the hard work and all of those late nights culminating to this moment, and that feeling is just, man, it is unreal.
Welcome back to the Antigo Off-Road National here with Amsoil Championship Off-Road. Shane and Brent up here in the booth. Pro stock side-by-side. Man, the bar just got set really high by that pro spec race.
Yeah, we're in for another treat, I believe. I mean, the track conditions are wonderful. That pro light spec race, Paris just had everything going, and now we're on to side-by-sides once again. Another side-by-side division. Pro mod will come up, in 2 races, I believe, after pro light. So this is one to watch. There's a lot of great talent. Look who's on our front row.
Couple of very fast dudes up there in row number 1. Jake Kosmecki in the number 94 will start off.
Laid down some great laps. He's trying to go against some of the best in the business. And you see CJ Greaves, a new car this year. Dave Mason Jr., my eyes are set on him as well with that new car. So anything can happen in this class, and we'll have to sit back and wait and see.
Yeah, a lot of different ways this could go. I know Owen Van Epperen's going to be a tough customer starting on the front row here. We'll see the pace car pull aside. The field now belongs to Jake Kosmecki. The green flag about to fly here for pro stock. And Jake Kosmecki got a really nice jump on the start here. Look at CJ Greaves from the second row flying to the outside.
Yeah, he's trying to go the long way around. Wow, Kosmecki jumps out of the turn, not in the right direction though.
Yeah, that hole that develops down there, it is getting deeper with every race that we run here at Antigo. Into turn 2 of the GoPro corner, it is Owen Van Eperen, Jake Kosmecki. Now Boodle trying to get down to the bottom of CJ Greaves.
Yeah, you remember Owen Van Eperen on the podium in round 3. He was very confident. He just said, we just got to keep dialing this car in and it's going to get better. And he's showing where he belongs. He's out front, going to try to check out on Kosmecki early.
2 different battles going on already on lap 1. You see Jeb Boodle in the Yamaha trying to get past the Polaris of CJ Greaves. Colin Kearns occupying the number 5 spot here as 1 lap is in the books.
Boy, Kosmecki really had to check up a little bit on that second jump where Owen really jumped right over that at a fast rate. Here comes Kosmecki once again.
Yeah, Kosmecki is on one right now. Look at him trying to show a wheel to the inside. Now trying the crossover against Owen Van Eperen.
Wow, look at how dry it is down by those tractor tires. No moisture down there. That's why they're all favoring that spot.
Said it, what I was exactly going to say, that's why everyone's running the inside through turn 2. Greaves trying to work the outside of Kosmecki. Greaves actually left the door open for Boodle. If he can put a run together here, Boodle has a shot at third. He'll have to fall back in line.
Yeah, Jeff Boodle, it's his birthday here this afternoon. He's looking to do big things. He is trying to reel in our race leader, Owen Van Eperen, as well as Kosmecki and Greaves. Look at CJ outbrake Kosmecki going in and driving that car deep.
Saw a little pump of steam coming out of the back of the 94 of Kosmecki. Feels like it's early in the race to be running that hot. We'll have to keep an eye on that situation for the 94. Kosmecki still working hard, trying to find a line around Owen Van Eperen.
Oh, we got a car upside down. Looks like the 09 Letourneau.
That'll be a local yellow flag here as they go back onto the oval. Well, they got it cleared up in time, and actually Letourneau able to stay on the lead lap. So,
well, we got lucky there.
Excellent job by the Champ Off-Road safety team. You don't believe us that they're the best in the business. You just saw how fast they were responding to that rolled over car.
Yeah, it's a matter of going a lap down or not. Remember, we have a halfway point, so he's lucky he gets another shot at it. Let's look at this battle for second starting to heat up. Greaves goes on the inside of Kosmecki. Kosmecki's going to try to go back to the bottom, but there's no room.
Yeah, Kosmecki got a little bit too sideways there.
Looked like Greaves was shot out of a cannon out of that infield.
Well, now he'll go to work on Owen Van Eperen. Van Eperen in the YXZ 1000.
Boy, he made that look easy.
Greaves in the Polaris XP 1000. And yeah, he sure did make it look easy.
We didn't even have a chance to say anything. He just walked right by Owen Van Eperen.
Well, remember, CJ also the winner back in round 3 for Pro Stock side by side. Having a fine weekend so far. Looking very strong out front here in round 4.
Yeah, why not add another one to the trophy case and side-by-side? He just figures out any car he gets into. He really does. I mean, you can say what you want, say if you love or hate CJ Greaves, but the kid is just phenomenal. He's been around a long time, and we've watched him as he's growing through the sport. And if you want to talk about him and talk bad, you know, you got to step up and get to the plate and beat him.
Yeah, he's earned every inch of what he's accomplished throughout his career. Still very, very young. Long career ahead of that kid, CJ Greaves. You can see him stretching it out bit by bit over Owen Van Eperen and the rest of the Pro Stock field. Kosmecki still firmly in 3rd. Boodle still there in 4th. Dave Mason Jr., the factory Honda, there in the top 5. So Yamaha, Polaris, Honda, all in the top 5 in this race. There's a closer look at Kosmecki trying to hold off Jeb Boodle. So we have come to the halfway point. CJ Greaves, your leader at halfway, and right before CJ came back to the line, he was able to get past Letourneau. That is going to put Letourneau a lap down, so tough break for him.
Boy, yeah, CJ Greaves, he's the man, the mission, and he's someday going to lock down a lot more wins in the trucks as well as the side-by-sides. But, I mean, you can't say enough about the kid, and a lot of people give us a hard time about favoring him and saying that he's this great and that. Well, we'll call him back out and say, hey, give the kid credit. He's done the job, and like I said, there's a lot of great race car drivers in every division, but he keeps on backing up what he says.
Anybody goes out and wins 8 career Pro 4 championships, doesn't matter how long you've been racing, we're going to talk about you quite a bit. But right now, Haley Shanley, she's trackside. She's going to do a little talking about this Pro Stock race.
How much fun was that watching CJ Greaves make that pass for second and now into the lead? Well, who got an even better seat to it? A front row seat, that's Jeb Boodle. And when I spoke with Jeb earlier this afternoon, he said that's what we've come to do. We've come to not only look at our own performance, analyze it, we come to watch what other people are doing, assess their performance, the lines that they're taking, and he is converting that education into the results that we're seeing, and we expect him to be a front runner each and every time he's out on track. And again, this is not his, he doesn't have that many years with Champ Off-Road racing right here in the Midwest, so how quickly he's converting that education into what we get to see from him on track. So what a delight. Again, that's number 041 of Jeb Boodle.
Yeah, Boodle showed up to Champ Off-Road for the first time back in 2023, and he's been mad fast from day one. It's been fun to watch him grow as a driver. I expect to see Dave Mason mix it up a little bit with Boodle and Kosmecki here in that battle for 3, 4, and 5 throughout the second half, Brent.
Yeah, it's going to get interesting, but if you want a shot at CJ, you got to go now. And Owen Van Eperen, he seemed to run the pace, but CJ's out front early.
Well, we'll watch Owen Van Eperen, the number 5 Power Sports 1 Yamaha, try to fight back on the Monster Energy Polaris of Greaves. Right away, Mason trying the outside on Boodle. See if Dave Mason can click off another spot here. The only factory Honda racing here at Champ Off-Road.
Boy, look at that
Mason,
drive they all get. What's that, Shane?
Looks like Mason was able to make that pass. Looks like actually Colin Kern's able to move up the spot around Boodle as well.
Wow, they're 3-4 wide going in.
Yeah, Colin Druitt forcing the issue on the outside. Druitt making some moves here in the second half.
Yeah, Druitt getting really close to missing that jump. It does. He kind of straddled it, 50-50 grinded it.
This is an excellent battle here in the second half for Pro Stock. Boodle trying to stay on the outside there of Colin Kearns. Looks like Kearns able to seal off that pass. There's Mason and Druitt battling it out. That's the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th as they go into turn 1.
Yeah, look at Druitt going on the inside of Mason. He makes a little bit of a mistake, so Dave Mason Jr. costing him a couple spots.
Yeah, looks like Kearns able to sneak on past. So Druitt up into 4th. Colin Kearns now in the top 5. Looks like everybody's bringing their A game to the second half here.
Yeah, they really are, and that's what they got to do. They got to turn it up. About 4 minutes to go in this race. Kosmecki's still running a strong 3rd. Big holes coming out of that infield section. You seen that, Shane?
Yeah, 2 rounds of racing on this track, and it's starting to come apart a little bit at the seams. We fly alongside the 94 Polaris of Jake Kosmecki. It's Greaves, Van Eperen, Kosmecki, Druitt, Kearns now your top 5.
Boy, CJ's car just lands so nice. It works so perfectly. That 33 Monster Energy back ride, just watch it just crest the top of that jump, setting it down. He has a lot of throttle control. He knows how to handle these cars, just backing it in like his Pro 4.
Oh, and big drama. Druitt and Kosmecki both involved there. Not sure what events led to that situation. That is going to be a big shakeup in the standing. Let's go back and find out exactly how that all came to be. Looks like Kosmecki over-rotated. Druitt had nowhere to go.
Oh, wow. And then he hit the gas, went right up on top of Kosmecki.
Like a monster truck show a little bit. Shows you how well these cars are built. If you look back up front, CJ Greaves, Owen Van Eperen, and now Colin Kearns in a podium spot. Mason Jr. in the Honda in 4th. And Boodle back in the top 5, so new life for Jeff Boodle here.
Yeah, the 10 of Kearns, good to see him in the top 3. It seems like we talk about him on and off, but he's always steady. He's always putting his face forward, trying to make the best race out of whatever he brings to the track. And I'm telling you, he finds himself in 3rd, but he has company again.
Yeah, Mason looking really strong in that Yokohama Honda. Boodle right on the back bumper of Mason as they head for the triple jump. 51 of Brandon Grove from Rockvale, Tennessee, part of that battle as well. They'll stretch their legs on the long backstretch. Turns 4 and 5. Boodle trying to creep back up on Mason once again.
Yeah, here comes Boodle to the bottom. Gonna try to get that drive. If you can beat him to this next turn, Shane, that's when you can slide up in front of him.
Boodle set up to the inside for turn 1. Mason able to deep brake it a little bit though. They're still gonna be about dead even as they come out of turn 1. Still dead even. This is a great battle going on for 4th place behind Colin Kearns.
Oh, look at Mason now looking on Boodle. He just tapped him, moved him up the track, but didn't help the advantage on his car.
That's letting Grove join the mix even more. There's the 51 of Brandon Grove. Stuck back there at 6th, just waiting to see how it shakes out in front of him.
Colin Kearns really doing a fine job. There's Mason still in our picture. Greaves and Van Eperen still running 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, it'll be close as they're going to be up against the clock coming back to the finish line on the next lap, whether it's the white flag lap up next or 2 laps to go the next time they cross the stripe. But there's Mason now. He saw an opening again on Boodle.
Yeah, he's trying to set himself up for this crossover pass in the GoPro corner here. Watch right here. He's going to, oh, he drove deep.
Yeah,
he did opposite what I said, but he might have that line. And man, I think he blew through that dirt a little too far.
Yeah, Boodle wouldn't let him make the crossover. Look at Groh just kind of waiting in the wings, and Truitt storming back into that battle as well. Now Groh trying to pull alongside Mason. Mason shows the wheel to the inside of Boodle.
Now Groh, look at Groh now to the inside, gonna try to take that pass away. Can't get the job done. 1 lap to go, that time by for CJ Greaves and Owen Van Eperen.
Yeah, Greaves and Van Eperen are checked out on everybody else. Kearns all by himself in third. But this battle for 4, 5, 6, and 7 feels like there's a lot to be decided. As Boodle's gonna leave the door open, Mason makes more contact, so Dave Mason getting a little impatient right now, trying to work his way past Boodle. See how Boodle wants to play it this time into the GoPro corner. Yeah, a lot more conservative this time after that mistake on the last lap.
Yeah, the birthday boy is doing everything in his power to stay ahead of Mason. And what do you see, Shane? You're pointing on our screen.
Yeah, Colin Truitt put the move on Groh, so Truitt gains another spot. Now Truitt's going to go to work on Mason, and they made some contact.
Man, I tell you, you got to put the elbows up sometimes, and that's what they're doing out here in Antigo, Wisconsin. The checkered flag flies. CJ Greaves gets it done in round 4.
Owen Van Eperen, a very good run to finish second here in round 4. Colin Kearns, another podium finish here in 2024. And how about that battle for 4th on back? It's going to go to Boodle. Colin Truitt had to work his way up after that mix-up with Kosmecki. He will finish in the top 5. Love to see that good physical racing and pro stock side-by-side. Like you said, that's what it comes down to. Everybody's so evenly matched, so competitive. All these drivers so talented. Sometimes you just got to throw an elbow once in a while.
Yeah, and that's what happens on these short technical tracks. You got to really put yourself where you need to be. They call it block passes in motocross and supercross, and you got to do what you have to do if you want to win here.
CJ Greaves, though, did exactly what he had to do, got out front.
If you're looking for the inside scoop as well as exclusive offers and content, you're going to take out your phone, you're going to text CHAMP to 267-645, and then go say hi to your local Amsoil dealer located on site at all of our national events. Show them the reply text, and you're going to get a Bryce Menzies t-shirt. Again, text CHAMP 267-645. Amsoil, the first in synthetics and proud supporter of Amsoil Championship Off-Road.
We're having some fun now, man.
Welcome back to Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway. I'm Brent Smith alongside Shane Stetsny, Haley Shanley down pit lane, all around doing the interviews here coming up. But man, oh man, CJ Greaves putting on a clinic here in round 4. We're gonna go down trackside and meet our top 3. From Manitowoc, Wisconsin, in the number 10, Colin Kearns. And taking second, from Appleton, Wisconsin, in the Power Sports 1 Yamaha, the number 5, Owen Van Eperen. And taking the win and adding another trophy in his trophy case, from Swamico, Wisconsin, the number 33, CJ Greaves. Well, Haley, what a great run by CJ Greaves, and man, what a weekend he's having once again.
Yes, and for all 3 of these gentlemen for Pro Stock side-by-side, Colin Kearns in the second half of that race, earlier on in the second half, let's say, there was some action going on behind you. Were you aware of that? And if so, was there any pressure associated with it?
No, I was not aware of it. My spotter, Matt, he don't tell me none of that, and we just always keep looking forward.
Well, job well done today. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad. They do everything for me. Shock Tech, Matt Gerald, my spotter, Tubbles, FXR, my girlfriend Katie, B&B Off-Road, Hoosier, and just everyone else I forgot. Thanks.
Great run today. Colin Kearns. Owen Van Eperen, the eye test says you just look smooth out there. Great laps you were putting together. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, we made some changes after yesterday. We were a little off the pace, but made some changes, and they're definitely in the right direction. So pumped on that. Excited to end this weekend with 2 podiums in this class and carry this momentum into Crandon. You know, we still got the points lead, so something to keep our heads high on and keep pushing after CJ. I knew that this is always one of his best tracks that he has, so I knew it was going to be a challenge, and he put it to us today. So we're going to go back, do some work, try and get even better, but I just can't thank all my sponsors enough. Everyone at Yamaha Racing, Steve, Donnie, Glenn, Jim, all you guys do so much for me. Power Sports 1, Vance and Nines, Balin Buildings, Sparkle, Yamalube, GYTR, Demon Axles, PCI, John Fitzgerald did all the fab work on the cars that are sick. My whole crew stayed up all night working on the pro side-by-sides after the mud race yesterday, so thanks to them guys and all my friends and family. Thank you.
A job well done this weekend. Your points leader, Owen Van Eperen. And CJ Greaves, another run that seems to have further validated this exceptional machine you've brought to short course off-road racing. So it looked like you were just mistake-free out there. Things were flowing. Would you agree?
Yeah, for sure. That's one thing that I tell everyone. These players, they dang near drive themselves. That's what's so great about them. Once you get the clutching and the setup pretty well, they just kind of do their thing, and it allows you to really get down and work on like back to the basics, get working on technique, working on the lines, working on how to carry speed, and you don't have to think about shifting and everything else going on. So the car is definitely moving in the right direction. Every time we get out there, we're making better steps and strides for the right direction. So that's all we can ask for, and we're just going to keep everything moving. We came in with a 50-point deficit after round 1 already, so we know we just got to keep our heads down. Owen, Jeb, Colin, all these guys are running really strong this year, and we're just going to have to keep digging the whole time. So I can't thank all my crew. They work their butts off, stay up all night. Like as Owen said, we both running the pro side-by-side, and it was a mutter yesterday, and we've been up for hours on hours on hours trying to get them things clean. So hats off to all them guys, everyone at Polaris. It's been a pretty good group effort lately, making these things work. David, Cal, Robert, everyone at Polaris that helps us out. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hopefully, pretty soon here we can get a pro sportsman, pro-am, pro stock, pro side-by-side sweep one of these weekends. But we're getting close. So thank you guys for all that. Monster Energy, obviously, Fox Shocks, Vision Wheel, Luke, his crew at Beyond Redline, Jody Hickman, everything he does for so many of us out here in Polaris is thank you guys, and we'll see you guys in Crandon.
We'll see you then. Flawless today of round 4. CJ Greaves, your winner.
Thank you very much, Haley. And coming up next, we have more truck racing right ahead of us. But first, we have some fun things going on right after the break. Amsoil Trivia. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Amsoil Championship Off-Road. Welcome back once again to the Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway. I'm Brent Smith alongside Shane Stetsny. We've been covering all the action all day long here in round 4, but right now we have some special things going down on the podium. Haley, what do you have for us?
Well, I have Amsoil trivia, and we're going to pitch some questions to these race fans and maybe educate some of you race fans out there. Maybe I'll learn a thing or two. So let's meet our contestants, Amsoil trivia. What's your name, miss? Where are you from?
My name is Alice Falshaw, and I'm from Green Bay, not Michigan, Wisconsin.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's great to have you here. I know these guys, but for those fans who might not know you, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Race Visser, and I am from Summit Lake, Wisconsin.
Race Visser, and how about you?
Hi, I'm Walker Brass, and I'm from Summit Lake, Wisconsin.
Summit Lake, it's great to have you two up here. And last but not least, what's your name? Where are you from?
Mark Boshaw, and I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. Well, you guys ready for some questions? You ready? Amsoil trivia, let's send it. Okay, I know you were being humble here, but I know you're a seasoned race fan, so you are very familiar with off-road racing. Where do we go in Michigan? Can you name the racetrack that we get to visit in August?
I know it's in the fairgrounds, but I don't really know the name of it. Bark River?
That is correct. It is Bark River. We get to go there in mid-August. We'll see you there. Nicely done. Okay, I told you I'm not going to take it easy on you two being seasoned race fans. So we had a legendary former racer up in the booth with Brent and Shane yesterday. He also hangs out at a lot of the national races. What's his name? Hint, he is an Amsoil driver, was an Amsoil driver, and represents them now.
Gabe?
No, it is not. It's actually Scott Douglas, but Keegan is also a legendary but current driver. It's all right, nice try. I'm being told to give you a hard question. Okay, well, let's give you one here. So, name the driver who is undefeated in Pro 4 here at Antigo.
I'm gonna be honest, this is my first year at Antigo. Take a shot in the dark here. I'm gonna say CJ Greaves.
That was a good guess, because it is CJ Greaves. Well, congratulations to all my friends for playing. We have prize packs courtesy of the Amsoil Championship Off-Road official merchandise booth. We'll get these handed out. Thank you guys so much for playing, and enjoy the rest of your day. Back to you guys.
Thanks. Well, thanks a lot, Haley. Congratulations to the competitors. Come on, Race Visser, you got to be better than that. You should know better. Pro Light just a few moments away.
Well, welcome back to Antigo, Wisconsin. We're here at the Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway, and Pro Light trucks are out on the track right now, and they're ready to take the green flag here after they take a little parade lap, Shane. There's not that many Pro Lights in this field, but there's a lot of competitive drivers.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we talked during Pro Spec, we talked about it during Pro Stock side-by-side, about drivers that are willing to throw some elbows. Pro Light, that's the banner class for throwing elbows. It's all about throwing elbows in Pro Light. Very fun group of drivers. Here's your lineup for this one here in round 4, for Pro Light. Carson Parrish out of Terrell, Texas will start P1. He'll be alongside the 77 of Michael Funk. Funk finished 4th yesterday, his best ever finish in Pro Light. He's a former Mod Kart world champion, trying to make it here in Pro Light. Johnny Holcher starts 3rd, the number 44. He's alongside the 5 of Trey Gibbs. Row number 3, Tyler Remery will start alongside Travis Milhausen Jr. Row number 4, Carson Brown and Grant Stephen. Antonio Inglesi and Matt Wood are in row number 5, and Spencer Janis will start 11th. Big opportunity for Funk, like I said, had a great day yesterday. Funk just dodged all the chaos, kept it clean, put together some good laps, finished 4th. Finds himself on the pole here for round 4.
Yeah, with that invert, that's a good starting position for him. And I'll tell you, he's a young race car driver. He hasn't been out very much behind the wheel, but hey, what better way to do is start up front. You get a clean bird eye view of this track. There's Gibbs from round 3. Very, very tough. And you see Johnny Holger in that Yokohama Tires ride.
Gibbs coming in 2 race wins in a row, going back to Dirt City Motorplex. Like you said, looked very strong yesterday. Johnny Holcher been on the podium all 3 rounds, so he's having a fine season himself. Gibbs with an 8-point lead over Holcher today, entering round 4. Well, pro racing so far been pretty darn entertaining. I expect more of the same as the pace truck pulls off. Pro Light coming to the green flag.
Here we go, Shane. Green flag flies. We're underway. Oh, Johnny Holger getting all crossed up with somebody else in front of the crowd.
That was a lot of chaos going on. I think Carson Brown might have been involved in that as well. Right at the same time that was happening, Michael Funk caught a door from another driver. A lot to unpack there on that start. But up front, Carson Parrish, Trey Gibbs, they are your top 2 into turn 2.
Look at how slimy it is in that infield section. There is Gibbs trying to go to the bottom, trying to find a dry line around. We talked about Carson Parrish quite a bit coming into this season. Now he finds himself out front. Very quick and well put together race car driver.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Took last year off as him and his wife welcomed a child into the world. We are thrilled to have Carson Parrish back with us. He is a very fast driver behind the wheel of a Pro Light. See him stretching it out. If you're putting Gibbs that far behind you here on lap 1, you're a fast dude, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and you can see the track crew laid down a lot of water, so it's a little slippery and slimy like an ice rink out there. It'll take a couple laps for these tires to really dig deep and get to that hard packed clay.
Wow, we saw Gibbs go up on the bicycle a little bit down there in turn 1. We saw during Pro Spec, side bite an issue. There's so much grip on the track right now. Narrow trucks, they're gonna have to contend with that. You gotta keep those rear wheels spinning through these corners.
Yeah, Parrish really avoiding that wet section down on the bottom. Here comes Trey Gibbs once again. Funk having a great run, staying right with Gibbs.
I'm saying, how about Michael Funk? You see Grant Stephen having some issues. He's gotta get that thing pointed the right direction. But yeah, Michael Funk trying to run down Gibbs, and oh, Parrish had an issue.
Oh, Parrish has an issue, like Shane said. He loses that top spot. There goes Gibbs.
So a little shuffling up top. Parrish down to 2nd. Gibbs now in the lead. There's that hole that's been there between turns 4 and 5.
Well, we're gonna have to see what happened here. Watch Parrish, he overshoots that tabletop a little bit. Just trying to catch that cushion and goes around.
You have a lot of grip on this track right up until the point where you don't anymore. That's what Carson Parrish just found out.
Yeah, you really have to finesse that throttle. Here goes Gibbs once again.
See how well Carson Parrish can battle back, regroup a little bit. Obviously, we're still on the front side of the competition caution. Man, Michael Funk right on the back bumper of Carson Parrish. You remember Funk wasn't at the opener in Dirt City Motorplex in Lena. Had some other obligations that he had to deal with. Look at Michael Funk go down to the inside on Carson Parrish.
Boy, what a run Michael Funk is having right now in Pro Light. Here comes Parrish now to the outside. He's gonna try to cross back over and get down to those tires. That's where the grip is on exit, and there he goes.
Yeah, Funk had a little bit of a bobble, but Funk is gonna carry some really good exit speed down the front straightaway. Michael Funk holding on for dear life to that 2nd spot.
Oh, these trucks just love the bicycle up and down out of these turns. There is Funk getting a lot of good TV time. The kid's young. He really knows how to drive these trucks at an early age.
Talked to Michael and his dad, Mike Funk, last night a little bit. They were here a couple weeks ago putting down some test laps, so might have an advantage there on Parrish. And look at Funk just pulling away from Carson Parrish.
Yeah, that truck is working nicely.
Yeah, it's working extremely well. What a revelation this is right now. We knew about the other fast guys in Pro Light. We might have one more in that number 77.
Yeah, you're right, Shane. He's proven he belongs in the top 5 of this class. He's running in the top 2. That 77 just hanging it out on the outside.
See the interval as they go past the finish line. Well, Gibbs over a second faster than Funk on that previous lap, so no doubt about it. Trey Gibbs just laying it down right now in the early stages of round 4 for the Pro Lights.
Boy, look at Johnny Holger. He had a bad start. He got in some contact. He finds himself all the way back up in the top 5, Shane.
Still some work to be done for the 44 of Holger. You see Funk just running that cushion. Get out right on the edge of that heavy dirt. There's a lot of grip there. You see Parrish trying to reel Funk back in a little bit further back. That is the battle for 4th and 5th. Matt Wood, Johnny Holger as they fly over that triple jump.
Yeah, both of them setting that back down first. There goes Wood to that outside. Johnny Holger goes around the jump on that outside. I don't know, that's how slippery it is when you go up to the top though. You can't get your truck to get back down to it.
And we have one upside down. That is Carson Parrish. He was trying to hunt down Michael Funk as we've come to the halfway point. Parrish a little too hot and heavy into turns 4 and 5, and he winds up on his side. All kinds of fiberglass laying all over the place. But at halfway, Trey Gibbs, the leader, Michael Funk, and that puts Matt Wood into a podium spot in 3rd.
Boy, that is a fast sweeper, Shane, when you're coming around that right-hander. It's very scary. Remember, that's where Johnny Greaves went upside down. We're going to take a look at it. We caught the end of it on our camera, but definitely a hard impact.
Yeah, like you said, high-speed section of the track. You hook a rut there, and it's game over for the most part. We'll see if Parrish tries to get that thing fired back up and take off. If you're looking for a silver lining, I mean, at least it was before the competition yellow, but I see a lot of front-end damage to that truck. Looks like a lot of toe in there and positive camber on that left front wheel. It'll be a handful to drive even if he can get it fired, but he did fire it back up. How about it, Carson Parrish, much to the delight of the fans here at Antigo. He's gonna try to rejoin this thing.
Boy, that's tough. You gotta usually roll it back on its wheels and try to gain that oil pressure back in that engine, so everything must be okay. You didn't see any smoke coming out of the exhaust, so not a lot of oil, so great job by their team to have that all protected so he can keep moving along.
Yeah, you can see he's trying to feel out the steering a little bit though. I'm looking at that left front. Looks
yeah, he
like
might have a tie rod bent a little bit or camber.
Yeah, positive camber, a lot of toe in on that thing.
We'll get a good look at it right here.
Well, you'll just have to relearn how to drive it a little bit. Nothing that we haven't seen drivers survive before. Battle-tested Carson Parrish.
Yeah, I don't
Some of the body panels are still on.
Right.
Sort of.
Yeah, no, I don't see really any steering issues. I mean, he's steered back
well,
and
as
forth
Parrish
a couple
rejoins
times.
the field, let's check in quickly with Haley Shanley. She's trackside.
Well, I think your best bet for Michael Funk is to be able to keep Trey Gibbs reeled in. He has been flawless. He was flawless 1 round ago. Don't let him run away with it, but that's a tall order.
Yeah, definitely a tall order. We'll see if Funk can get it done and try to stay to that bedside.
Johnny Holger got a great restart, moves up another spot. He'll go to work on Matt Wood for the final podium spot. Remering now go to the inside of Carson Brown.
Yeah, there's Johnny Holger in that 44 trying to hunt down Matt Wood. Holger didn't get a great start. He got in a little bit of carnage.
Brown tried to battle back on Remering. Meanwhile, look at that. They're 3 wide with Millhausen stuck to the inside.
There's Matt Wood leading that group.
Just like we said, elbows out. It's getting physical further back in the field. How about Parrish getting his way around Millhausen, and Parrish upside down again here.
Yeah, that tractor tire bit him going out of the exit. not a good day for Parrish as Trey Gibbs leading another lap, and we're starting to see that smoke again coming out of the back of that truck.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the number 5 of Gibbs as Gibbs goes up on the bike. Meanwhile, Johnny Holcher was inside of Matt Wood trying to steal that spot away, and it looks like he has. So Johnny Holcher in a podium spot in the number 44.
Yeah, Johnny Holcher in the top 3 now. We'll see if he can hunt down our top 2, Gibbs and Funk.
Oh, and Holcher almost went on the bike.
The track is all torn up, Shane. You really got to pick and decide where you want to go.
Now we'll see if Michael Funk can keep a cool head. You see they're coming into that local yellow, so Parrish still, well, finally flip back over. He's going to try to fire it back up again. It looks like he will, so Carson Parrish.
That's the smoke I was talking about, Shane, what you normally see. So definitely was upside down a little too long. You'll see that smoke go away and he'll get back underway. Hopefully everything, the steering is good on that truck. There's Gibbs once again. Man, he hitting that sidewall on that berm going in. You got to be careful there.
Absolutely, you do. These holes getting deeper and deeper with each and every lap here at Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway. There is the 77 of Michael Funk trying to hold off Johnny Holcher.
Yeah, Johnny Holcher, he's the guy on the move right now.
Absolutely, he is coming on strong, trying to heat up that battle for second place. That's just going to let Gibbs creep away from those two.
Yeah, Johnny Holcher in that brand new truck, the HBI Yokohama tires. Ride is going to the inside one more time. Funk has that drive though. You got to give that kid props. He is driving the race of his life right now. His first time in Pro Light this season.
Funk going way wide. He's run wide there before, but not quite that wide. He's going to have a ton of speed, but he gets crossed up down the front straightaway and had to check up.
Yeah, that's going to allow Johnny Holcher to take over that second place position. So Johnny Holcher putting his head down in that Yokohama tires ride. Look at that gap he's opening already.
Let's see if Michael Funk can battle back. He already got around Parrish earlier in the race, so he's capable of moving back forward. That was really the first mistake we saw from Michael Funk.
Yeah, he's been doing very, very well here in round 4. There's Johnny Holcher one more time. Impact on board. Keeping his suits and his team very clean throughout the weekends, and you've seen that, put it up on that bicycle. How many times today have we seen that?
Yeah, and Holcher only hit that first roller jump with his right side tires. He's just trying to gather it back up still. Inside of 2 minutes to go. Do you see Funk still running way wide up at the top of turns 4 and 5?
Yeah, he's trying to avoid those holes, but sometimes you're just going way too wide and you're costing yourself track position.
Get a look at the interval here, maybe 6, 7, 8 truck lengths between Holcher and Michael Funk. Battle for 4th and 5th starting to get a little bit hotter though, as Carson Brown in the 28 trying to hunt down the 36 of Matt Wood.
Wow, flatland in that tabletop. There's Matt Wood one more time trying to hunt down Funk with about a minute to go in this race. So when that clock strikes 0 once again, we have 2 laps to go that time by. Wood, we talk about him quite a bit. I mean, we even talked about him on the podcast. Oh, he goes upside down. As I talk about him, he's not going to miss a heartbeat. He puts it back in gear and goes.
Well, only lost 1 spot as of now. Millhausen going to get by. He lost only 2 spots. Matt Wood still running strong, and that leaves a big gap behind Michael Funk. Back to Carson Brown in 4th. Tell you what, Matt Wood just made a lot of fans here in Antigo for that show.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time. He put it back on the wheels and took off and really didn't lose much ground. Millhausen got around him. There is Gibbs. Been fast all weekend long in practice.
Brett, are my eyes playing tricks on me? Take a look at Gibbs' right rear tire.
I'll take a look at it. I think it's slowly going down. I think you're right, Shane. Good call by you. Gibbs' tire looks to be going away. The clock has just ran out.
White flag is going to fly for Trey Gibbs. Another puff of smoke out of that truck as well. Possibly a right rear tire going down on the number 5. Johnny Holcher all by himself in 2nd.
Yeah, we'll get a good look at it right there. I don't know. I think he's okay. That smoke is starting to come out pretty steadily, though.
Yeah, the smoke definitely a concern for Gibbs.
Nice camera shot by our group, really doing a fine job getting us up close and personal with that tire, and I think it's okay, Shane.
Yeah, if it's going down, like you said, it's going down really slowly. Shouldn't hinder him on his way to the finish here. So he'll make it back onto the oval for the final time here. White flag in the air. Here's Michael Funk still holding on to third as he's dealing with some lap traffic.
Boy, what a run by Funk this afternoon. I guarantee you coming in this weekend, he would have loved to get a third place finish, but taking the win here in round 4, Trey Gibbs. But a strong second after a rough start for Johnny Holger.
Yeah, those two drivers, Gibbs and Holger, they've been on the podium all 4 rounds so far this year. You know who hasn't been on the podium ever in Pro Light till today? Michael Funk, 3rd place. Excellent job by Michael Funk. And look at the smoke pouring out of Gibbs' truck. Yeah, I was probably wrong about that right rear tire, but we saw the smoke. He's able to survive to the finish. Another good day for Trey Gibbs. That points battle, like we said, starting to take shape. Gibbs and Johnny Holger both on the podium all 4 rounds so far this year. You know he's going to be one happy race car driver. Let's go back and take another look at the one of the more exciting points of this race. Matt Wood comes in. That tractor tire, like you said, jumped out and bit him.
The best part was right here, right when he landed all back on all 4 tires.
I don't think he ever lost fire. I think as soon as he landed, collected, maybe took a breath, he's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, the truck didn't have time to stop, so yeah, he did what he had to do and got back underway.
Well, race fans, if you want maybe some fiberglass pieces, go talk to Matt Wood. He just made a couple broken body panels. You see Gibbs out of the truck surveying the smoke that's pouring out of that number 5. But he is the man of the hour, picks up another win here in Pro Light this season. We'll step out for a moment, talk to the top 3 right after this. Stay with us here at Amsoil Championship Off-Road.
Whatever you drive, however you drive. Amsoil specially engineers lubricants to maximize power, performance, and protection in your vehicles, so you can work hard and play hard with confidence. Order online at amsoil.com.
We're having some fun now, man.
This is all of the hard work and all of those late nights culminating to this moment, and that feeling is just, man, it is unreal.
Welcome back to the beautiful small town of Antigo, Wisconsin. We're here at the Antigo Lions Roaring Raceway, and we just witnessed a great Pro Light race here in round 4. We're going to go down trackside once again with Haley Shanley with our top 3 finishers. In 3rd place, his first ever